Okay, so today what we're looking at is we're looking at rotation and reflection. And basically this topic is pretty straightforward. However, there's a few things that you really need to focus on, particularly when it comes to rotation. So we're going to start with rotation first. And how rotation works is basically here we've got a triangle. So it's point, and it might be a little bit hard for you to see, but we've got point A there, point B there, and then point D up there. The reason why it's not called ABC is because of the fact that we have a center point, which is marked with a C on our plane. So what the C says is basically that's what we're going to be rotating our shape around. So if you got a compass here and it was an actual proper plane that was drawn up to scale, you would be able to set your compass, okay, 1 unit, and then draw a circle, okay? And your circle would end up going from here to there, and around there like that. Now you could set a bigger one. You could set your circumference for that center point out here to 2 units or 3 units, and then you would have subsequently circles going around that center point. But what we need to do is we need to rotate this triangle. Now when you're answering questions with this, you'll get a question that will be something like, rotate triangle ABD 90 degrees anti-clockwise. Okay? So what we need to do is now we need to rotate this. Now, if we look at our center and our circle, it's almost like the clock face here. If we look at that and we want to rotate our triangle 90 degrees anti-clockwise, we're going to have to move on this plane and rotate the triangle as we go. So it means that point A here is going to end up over here. Okay, that will be our new point A. Point D is also going to rotate with it, and you'll notice that a straight line from A goes to D, so point D is going to end up out here. Okay, and then obviously point B is straight up here from point A, so it's going to end up right there. Now we can just fill it in like that, okay? And we've successfully rotated that anti-clockwise by 90 degrees. If we were to do it again, once again, point A would come down here, okay? And point D would be down here, and point B would be there. And likewise the whole way around. So whenever we're rotating a shape, we need to look at our center point, we need to look at the direction that we need to rotate our shape in, and by how many degrees, okay? So that's rotation. Now down here on reflection, when we look at reflection, basically it gives you a shape that is on a plane, once again, and this is very similar to what we were doing with symmetry in our last couple of lessons. But basically what occurs is you have a mirror line. So I'm just going to draw a line in here, and I'm going to call this our mirror line. Okay? And now basically what happens is we take this shape, okay, and we reflect it. Okay? And it's important to understand what points we're looking at here with our shape. Okay, so what I mean by that is obviously this is point D here. So when it's reflected, it's also going to be point D right next to it. E goes there, F would be over here, A would be there, B would be here in the corner still, and obviously our point C is going to be up there. So reflection is pretty straightforward. All you're doing is pretending that you're putting a mirror wherever it asks you to put the mirror. The mirror line could occur down here, and then you'd have to flip the shape that way. The mirror line could occur up here, and then once again you'd have to flip the shape up that way. Okay, rotation is probably the tricky one for now. Just remember, if you visualize these circular plots around there, you'll be able to move that shape around that clock face, okay, depending on which direction it asks you to. Okay, I hope you do well with that.